Now, just to summarize, as I said, three things which we learned in our first class: need, want, and demand. Need, no, if I'm hungry, say for example, you did not have your breakfast, so you will be feeling hungry by now. That's actually something which is natural to occur, right? So that is state of felt deprivation for basic items, say food, clothing, or thirsty. You are thirsty, so need of water, all these. So just I put one example: I'm thirsty, I'm feeling thirsty, or I'm hungry. That's actually a need. Then I said, you remember the biryani example I said? So when do my need convert itself into a want? But basically, when I'm no, if you are not satisfied with your basic needs, if you are not able to have food, you do not have. If you are struggling with poverty, it's very difficult to convert that into want. Because first, see, no, sometimes, no, I tell my son who's very adamant on the taste, on what he wants to eat. Suppose if you're hungry, if you have been starving for 2 3 days, you don't care what you get. You will eat whatever you get. You don't look for your choices, because in that case the need is very prominent. But at the same time, I get food, I have breakfast, I have lunch, I have dinner. It goes like that. Then it is easy for a marketer to convert that need into want. How does that happen? It can be when human need takes shape by the culture, by the personality, by the influence of the peer group into a particular aspect. See, you youngsters, no, you are being influenced by the kind of advertisements you are put to. So might be you will say that I'm thirsty, I want to have a Coke, or I want to have some kind of drink. You will specify the so-called brand name. Why? Because you are influenced to, or you are accustomed to. In that case, it's actually a progress from the need. Your need is identified with the product, then it is called as a want, right? That's a place where marketers or the company would be working to increase their demand. And then the want always is backed up by demand only when you have money power. I have money, yes, that's it, then I can demand anything. If I have money power, presently it's like no any as you say, uh, product or any service, it's possible for me to demand. So that is what we call as demand. So this is actually the area where marketers would be trying to. No, as no need earlier, it was just no anything to eat, which can be changed over the years by culture, by habit, right? My need itself is I need now mobile phone. If you look at, it's like something everybody wants, everybody is in need of, and the marketer has converted that into want. That's how the influence of environment can create changes in need, want, and demand. Okay, so this was the first part which we discussed. And then the most important thing is we have to look at what are available, or what is it marketers are offering for the satisfaction or for satisfying the consumer's need and want. It can be one way, it can be products, and another way it can be services. Products, as we say, no, it is something in physical nature. Say this is a product, right? This is a product, or this is a product, right? But the one which I am, I'm teaching now, it's actually a service. Teaching is a profession, right? But can I show it? Can I pick it and show it? No, it doesn't have a tangible existence. It is intangible. Hospital, the service what doctor does. Can you pick it and show? Can you pack it and show? No. The service that a nurse does, it cannot be packed, but it is a kind of service. When you go into bank, as some of you were saying that you had to go to bank. When you go to a bank, The service rendered by bank. Can you pick it and show? No, it's intangible. But that is also service that is being sold. That's why you say that I like to go to State Bank of India, or maybe I don't like XX Bank because of so reason, right? So you can mark a service, or you can say, you can feel the need for a particular kind of service, or you would say that I like to visit that restaurant, I love the food being served by them, I love the hospitality being showed by them. So you can feel it, even though it is intangible, you can feel it, right? So that is what we call as activities or benefits offered for sale that are essentially intangible and don't result in ownership. Yeah, right. I enjoy the service being provided by the restaurant, right? But I cannot say that I own it. But if I purchase a mobile phone, I can say that I own it. I paid money, I got it, right? So that's it. I put examples as Apple iPhone. It's something which fascinates some of us. Then service I've said as banking, airline. Yeah, when I am when I'm traveling through say Jet Airways. Okay, in that case, if I'm a constant traveler, I would say that I like Etihad when I compare with the other airlines, or I might say that I like Jet Airways when I compare, because it is because of the quality of service, it is because of the feeling, the impression I'm getting based on what I enjoy with them, right? So this is the products or services. The marketers will be thinking of either a product or a service, or maybe a combination of these. Say I bought a car from a company, and the company is still giving me different services like after sales service, or they might be giving me different offers, or as I say, they might be informing me with every new cars which be brought out by them. So it's all customer relationship management. So they sold a product that is tangible in nature, but they are also offering me service. So both can be a combination. In many cases, the combination works well. Just by selling a product, forgetting the customer will not help me to build my customer. So that is what we call as products and services. Then we talked about how do consumers choose. Choose in the sense, choose among products and services. See, when I'm going for buying a mouse, okay, what I will do is I will go to the shop and ask what are the available types you have and what is the price. And then the next thing what I would be asking is, okay, if this is priced at 1000 rupees and the other one is priced at 1200 rupees, what is it extra in that 1200? Right? That's actually what I mean by value. And it depends, okay? Sometimes when I'm going for buying a laptop, maybe I just have an intention of buying a good laptop. So I will look into the features of all of it. But if my intention is to buy a Apple MacBook, okay, in that case, I know the price. I know that it is highly priced, and I'm ready to pay for that because of the brand name, or as we call brand value, right? So that is different. But generally a person who's coming to purchase a product or service will be evaluating that with the value. So, the customer, or as you say, no, consumer, when he is, there is two difference. Consumer, there is possibility of becoming a customer when you purchase the product. So, even though they are used interchangeably, there is meaning, there is difference in the meaning of these two terms. So, when a consumer comes for buying a product, every time there is an evaluation of what is the value I'm getting for the money which I pay. Right. Sometimes you might be buying a 5 rupee pen just because it is giving more value than the one which is available at 10 rupees. So sometimes price is not so important when you compare with the value aspect. Sometimes you compare price with the value being offered. It depends. It varies from products and services, right? But generally, every consumer will be looking into the value being offered by a product or service. And earlier, it was not so evident in many brand category. Now, when the choices increase, the search for value also would be increasing. Okay, so that is customer value. Now, customer satisfaction. So when I go for purchasing a laptop, I have certain expectations. I expect that it should have minimum speed. It should, no, it should be functioning. It should start very, as I click the power button, it should immediately open up, and maybe it should have storage space. When I'm buying for laptop, I look for all these things. I expect that, and then after evaluating all the possible choices, I made a choice of, yes, I'm going to buy a HP laptop. Okay, I'm going to buy Intel HP no i5 laptop, i5 or i7 or whatever it is. I buy it. Then when I'm using it, every now and then I will be comparing with what I expected and what the product gives me now. I'm just comparing what I expected and what is it, the present. So this comparison, my perceived or my expectation and the actual performance. If the expectation meets the actual performance, we say that there is a situation called customer satisfaction. I'm satisfied. I expected all these, and the product is offering me that and much more than that. I'm satisfied. So that's my expectation is the core theme behind that. If I'm able to identify a product which is suitable according to my expectation, yes, that lands up in customer satisfaction. But sometimes because of advertisements, because of peer pressure, I go and buy one product. Later, I had certain expectations. Yeah, this is like this and all. Later, when I start using it, I feel that yes, it's not like that. It's just mere advertisement. So what happens? I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with. But did the company offer that? Maybe through the advertisements, they said many things which actually misguided me. Or through my friends or my peer group, I was misguided. But ultimately, what happened here is my perception is not meeting my actual. So there is dissatisfaction. And if perception, if expectation meeting my my actual performance, there is satisfaction. So that's where we talk about the quality management, total quality management, all these. Because companies as marketers, they would be trying to offer these two things. Primarily, if they want to exist in the market, if they want to continue in the market, they need to offer these two things. One, customer value. Two, customer satisfaction. And satisfaction, as I said, no, it's very much dependent on expectation. So the advertisement should be open enough to confirm what consumers can expect from a particular product. You cannot cheat them. Maybe one time you can cheat them. The second time it is very difficult because there is something called as word of mouth also. Right. So once if you get cheated, the consumer or as you say, the customer may not be coming back to you. So you really have to say what can he or she expect from such a product. You have to mention it, specify it, and then sell it to. So this is why we say that two things what consumers expect from companies are customer value and customer satisfaction. Okay. Now, this is actually a general picture. General picture. Who can purchase a product or service? Okay. Now, when we look into the actual scenario, okay, when we look into the actual scenario in a market, there can be two types of buyers. One is who are in actual need of a product, who are in actual need of a particular product and want that, can satisfy the particular need. They are in actual need of it. Okay. And then second one, that's the actual buyers. They are in actual need, they want it, they know it, they will come and buy it. That is actual buyers. So what the company need to do is they have to provide the product at the right time, at the right price, at the right place for this actual buyers. Then most of it is potential buyers. You can imagine, I am easily influenced by my case. I'm easily, maybe there are people like me. I'm easily influenced by, the good salesman. You know why? Sometimes, if I have money, okay, the question is beyond that. If I don't have money, if I have money, I'm easily influenced by sales. If they can present it well, if they can, maybe I went for buying a mobile phone of 10,000 rupees. I put in quotes provided I have the money. Okay, I go for buying a mobile phone of 10,000 rupees. Then first they will ask me what is your budget and all. That's what normally they do. What's your budget? You tell us your budget. Then initially what they will start showing me is not generally a good salesman will be showing me a mobile phone. Most of it from 10,000 to 15,000 or 20,000 range, and one or two of, as I said, 10,000 range. They will be showing most of it, which is about 10,000, because they got the pulse that I have an intention to pay up to 10,000. So if wanted, I could be traded little high. So what they will do, I am in the category of a potential buyer for a phone range. I came up with 10,000, but I am a potential buyer for going up to 15,000 or 20,000. So that's actually a marketer would be working, will be showing. See, in 10,000 you will have only these. If you are planning for 15,000, these are the features. Just in this 5,000 rupees extra, you get all these. So that is something you call as you are trading up potential consumers or potential buyers. You are capturing them. Or maybe I'm adamant on buying a particular brand. Say I will buy whatever happens. I like only Lenovo. I am into that. I might say like that. But slowly by introducing the additional features, the additional packages, the salesman can make a switch. He will compare. Lenovo offers only these, right? And he might say that yes, the particular brand is offering all these. So I can have a switch to another brand, higher end, or no. Always we will be thinking of higher end. So those are called as potential buyers. Maybe I went for buying a base phone of 2,000 or 3,000 or on any product. I have equal possibility of moving up. They might say, you have only 2,000, no problem. You pay that. We will give you a loan. We will give you financing. So I am trading up. So these are the two categories of people who would be there in the market. The actual buyers who are aiming at a particular product, they have money, they will come and buy for it. The company just have to ensure that they are being provided with best of the kind of services and product. That's it. Now the next category, potential buyers who have been buying something else. But if you offer good product, if you offer competitive product, they can be brought into the actual buyers. So this is how a company will be looking into the market. A company always will be looking into the market as how things are happening, how best it is happening in the market. That's why whenever you see, when you are equal competitor in the market, when Coke brings up one drink with a particular range, you can expect Pepsi to do the same thing. Sometimes you can expect Sprite to do the same thing. Sometimes you can expect 7-Up to do the same thing. Sometimes you can expect Mirinda to. Nutshell, you will have all these with similar competition. You will have 20 rupees bottle for Miranda, you will have 20 for Sprite, or you will have, so you have to make a choice. So for Miranda, for Pepsi, the buyers of Coke can be potential buyers because they like aerated drinks, they are into habit of drinking that. If you have good offers, if you advertise well, if you promote the product well, automatically they can come into this. They might be influenced. So though that is what we call as potential buyers. So every market will be having the actual who can, whatever you do, I will buy only this. I'm very much loyal to this particular brand. So that is actual buyers per company. Okay. And the potential buyers. And then you can create new habits. See, for example, we were not used to these fast food culture. We were not used to this. We had some traditional kind of breakfast items and lunch items and dinner. Now, most of us know, at least for occasionally, we turn into fast food culture. The culture being inculcated into people so that the demand can come for it. We have been introduced with different cuisines across the globe so that we will go and purchase that. So earlier we were in the potential buyer category. Now because of the influence, because of the advertisements, because of the peer group pressure, we went into the actual buyer category. So habits can be created, which can be in any market. You imagine the textile market. Earlier, I was used into wearing salwars only. But now, because of the advertisement, because of the initial culture being, because of the film industry plays a very good role, the entertainment industry plays a good role. All it's actually a planned move by marketers, right? Planned move by marketers so that potential buyers can change it. Now I am into all Western dresses because of the influence of the peer group, the advertisement. Earlier, I was just a buyer for the conventional dress of India, as we say, the traditional dress patterns. But now I am easily into another actual buyer for the Western kind of dressing styles. So this is actually potential buyers being converted into actual buyers. So this is the concept of the entire marketing principle. This can happen with service. This can happen with products, tangible products. Now this is it. This is the modern marketing system which we would be learning. Okay, and this is the last part which we are going to discuss in our class. Modern marketing system, where you can see that you will have suppliers. Every product there would be a number of suppliers. There can be big suppliers, small suppliers. It depends on, but there would be suppliers. And then the suppliers would be the company offering the product and the competitors to the company. This is how it happens. Okay? And then there are two ways where the company can reach the end user. Directly through company showrooms or online platforms, or salesmen. Directly the company can reach to the end user. Or the second one is through intermediaries. And these intermediaries can be the wholesaler, can be the retailer, can be small shops, or can be Amazon. Amazon is an online platform. It's an intermediary for many companies. Amazon is selling products of many companies, right? So likewise, you can have intermediaries to reach the end users, and the entire process happening an environment, external and internal. External environment means there can be domestic competition, there can be international competition. Government policy can curb the demand for the product, or it can when government, say for example, when government is promoting organic food products, automatically that will be good for companies who are selling organic food categories, right? So when the government policy is favorable or unfavorable, that happens in an environment. When the economy is having a boom or recession, that happens in an environment. When the economy is suffering with a pandemic or a normal condition, that's an environment. So all these will be the environment, which can be external as well as internal. Internal can be severe attrition in the company, shortage of skilled labor, shortage of raw material. All these can be internal factors affecting. So internal or environment, external environment. This is actually the system, modern marketing system. So we have suppliers, and the suppliers means company and the competitors, and then the company can sell directly to the end users, or it can be through the intermediaries. Everything happens in a business environment. Environment, it can be business environment, and this business environment can be internal or external. So that's it. So for today's class, we just have a recap of what is need, and when does this need become a want and a demand. Then we looked into the term called customer value and customer satisfaction, right? Customer value is always dependent on the kind of services, features being offered at a particular price. And customer satisfaction is just a comparison. Always it happens in minds of customers with the expectation and the actual and the actual performance of the product. And if the expectation is meeting the actual performance, then there is customer satisfaction. Otherwise, it's called as cognitive dissonance. The customer expected something, but the product performance was not as per the expectation. So that stage can be called as cognitive dissonance. Okay. And then we talked about the market condition, the actual buyers and the potential buyers. Marketers will be trying to retain the actual buyers and try to bring the potential buyers into the actual buyer category. So this is where the entire marketing activity happens in the market. And lastly, we discussed about the marketing system, where we said everything happens in a business environment, which can be internal and external. And the marketers can sell it directly through to the end user, or it can be through different intermediaries like online platforms, or now it is more popular is online platforms, or it can be through various wholesalers, retailers. It's a chain. No, they can sell it to the end users. So that's it.